Alrighty, folks. As you can see, this is not my Blizzard launcher or Destiny 2. I realized how much of a bad idea that was. I'd like to preface the fact that I made that decision immediately, without thought, and I am still sick, so I'm making bad decisions right and left. Reason being is, if I wanted to do Destiny 2, there is a perfectly good multiplayer mayhem channel to do that on. And unfortunately, that segment is kind of full. So I guess we'll get back to it eventually. Besides that, the game is super huge and it wouldn't allow for me to do any other games besides that for an indiscriminately amount of time. So I'd rather do something that won't take me too long and I can move on to another game that I have in mind, but I don't remember what to do yet. Also, hi, still being here, Aiden.
Hello.
So, I decided to do Dragon Quest Builders instead. It's short, it's sweet, it has a straightforward storyline, and it doesn't require multiple people to play.
Okay.
It does have a multiplayer, but it is not. It does not factor into the single player at all. My only issue with this right now. Good gravy! What the heck is with the sound? Hold on. I'm getting a lot of noise. Do you hear that?
I don't hear anything, no.
Like, you're not hearing the game at all? Like, how loud it is?
No, because then again, I have your thing muted, so...
That's what I'm asking. I need you to... What the heck is up with this? Why is my sound so funky? Well, it's not picking it up on the thing, so it's clearly just me, but that's really weird. I wonder what's causing that feedback. That is a nasty amount of feedback. That's crazy. Anyways, let's jump into it before I lose my ever-loving mind with that white noise in the background that I'm getting for some reason. You guys can't hear it, so that's great, but wow, is it obnoxious. I think the thing I love about this series is I haven't really had a decent chance to play through any of the proper games, but I've always liked the art style, and what little I have played of the game, I have loved a lot of it.
Okay.
So this is I guess you could call it the advertisement of this game. And from what little I know of the game, I do know that this is the main theme of Dragon Quest itself.
Okay.
I just want to state for the record that building roofs on top of the houses is the one inaccurate part of that trailer. To be able to see what you're doing in your towns, you don't put roofs on it, and it doesn't require you to do that either. Chapter 1, Cantlin, a land of plains and plateaus in southern Elfgard, which was once home to a formidably fortified city. It's time to design your character. Male or female? I'm gonna go a dude. Aiden, I'm gonna let you choose the colors.
Well, I'm not really kind of half paying attention, but I'm guessing it's the main color first?
Hair color, actually.
Oh. Pink. Fluorescent pink. Fluorescent pink.
So, the middle pink, then.
Go for it. Use your best discretion.
Skin color! And before you're gonna ask me to make him black.
It's your call. Whatever you want to do.
I like the contrast.
Alright.
Eye color is the exact same choice as hair. Like, you still have to, you have the same color range, the color palette as the hair. Okay. What color do you want?
I guess maybe green? I don't know.
That's what I was thinking, actually. Select! What will we name him? You know what? Because I want Josh to be here and he's not here, I'm gonna call him Josh.
Okay, well.
What?
I'm playing a game, and they're bum rushing at the last minute.
Building your world. Now, before you ask, this game is not randomly generated.
Okay, I think
so, thou art come before me at last. I am the Dragon Lord, Master of Masters, King of Kings. Long have I awaited this moment. Come, take thy rightful place at my side. Do so, and I will grant unto thee dominion over half this world. Thou wishest not for half the world? Wilt thou not reconsider? 'Tis an offer few would refuse. Gosh, at long last I have found you. A single foolish choice has plunged this hallowed land into darkness. Beneath benighted skies my children crawl as insects on the earth, powerlessly awaiting their own destruction. Only by the power contained within you may this ruined world be rebuilt. Arise, my child. Your destiny awaits. Hi. I woke up in tomb. Josh, my child, you've finally awoken. Do you remember who you are? Do you remember what you are? I see. So you have no recollection of before. No matter. Indeed, perhaps it is for the best. After so long a slumber, no doubt your body will still be weak. Arise, my child, and see that you can move freely. Use the left stick to move around and press B to jump. Have a run around and stretch your legs. So this plays like a mix between Legend of Zelda top-down and Minecraft.
Okay.
Thank goodness, all seems to be well. You can fulfill your role. Josh, my child, I have awoken you. I've awoken you that you might perform a vital task. Oh, hold that thought. I am still sick, so I'm still taking, crap, I forgot what the... I keep wanting to call it antidotes, but, oh, what are those things called now? Medication. Medication for, infection. Oh, I don't have no water! I'll be right back, folks. I'm just gonna get a glass of water. This is embarrassing!
Oh, for fuck's sake. Pardon my language.
The, antibiotics is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, as you guys could tell from the way I sounded on the weekend, I had gotten a viral infection for my on my throat, so yeah, I've been taking medication and getting better, but I need to stay on top of that. A task upon which the fate of this very world may... What? I do not doubt that you might feel a little poorly, but is not the fate of the world more important than... Oh, my poor child, it is true, you are nearly at death's door. It seems your lengthy slumber has robbed you of your strength. Here, my child, take these white petals. You can use them to restore your vitality. Oh, I think I know why the volume, or the sound is so nasty high right now. Okay, what the bloody deuce is going on? Like, the volume for everything is super loud. And, like, everything seems to be, you know, proper volume and... Or, on the computer, everything seems to be the proper volume and everything. That's so weird. Anyway. Good. Josh, you have been blessed with a special power. The power to combine raw materials to build items anew. You can work at this tree stump. Use the white petals you gathered to prepare some healing cream. You can use the materials you collect to build new items. Try using the nearby crafting station to craft some healing cream. Wonderful, you have made your first creation. Josh, my child, you have the power shared by none other in this world. The power to build new things from raw materials. Now use the healing cream you created to tend to your wounds. Press X to use tools and items. You can use an item by selecting it with the D-pad and then pressing X. Try using your healing cream you made to restore your HP. To see if I can turn down the volume on your ends, because you probably can barely hear me.
I can hear you all right. Like, not...
On the stream?
Yeah, it's... Well, not on the stream, I'm sorry. I'm talking to you on Discord, so it's probably my opinion's probably not of the appropriate ones.
Yeah. No offense.
No, it's fine.
Like, this game is loud even in my own head right now. And I cannot figure out what is causing it, because right now the playback volume is only at 10%, TV is set to 15, and my overall volume on this computer is set to 30%. It's like super low, but it's also super high. You created that healing cream with your own two hands. However, the men and women who inhabit this world have lost that power of creation. Josh, my child, a sacred duty rests upon your young shoulders. You must... Well, yes, I quite understand that you wish to leave this place. But first, you must learn of your... Very well. I will show you how to build a path out of this crypt. First, take this broken branch. Hey, look, a stick. Eat stick, got stick. Well done, Josh. Let me smash. Within that humble broken branch sleeps a cypress stick, the simplest of weapons. Approach the tree stump as before and use it to craft a cypress stick, otherwise known as your wooden sword. Congratulations, my child, you have created your first weapon. Mankind once made tools and used them to build a thriving civilization. And as all great civilizations do, so too they build weapons. But now, only you have the power to build such things. Josh, my child, you have been entrusted with a divine mission to... I can well imagine you are eager to see the world outside, but would you not rather learn more of... Very well. To build a path out of here, first you must equip the weapon you've made. I say to open the main menu and place the cypress stick in your hand. I forgot about... A button. I forgot about that. It's so weird, the buttons that they use in this game. Well done. Weapons are not only useful for fighting monsters, they can also serve to gather materials. The power to break objects apart and reduce them to raw materials is yours and yours alone. Shoot, is the stream set to Dragon Quest Builders right now? Because I forget.
The name? Let's see. Yeah, it says Dragon Quest Builders.
Okay, cool. Gracious. One of my friends is really getting crap beat out of him. And never mind, it's not important for this right now. I just got distracted by a message from a friend, that's all.
Okay.
Okay, the power to break objects apart and reduce them to raw materials is yours and yours alone. Ever since this world was plunged into darkness and mankind lost this power, they have awaited the coming of one with the ability to create. Josh, my child, the dreams, the hopes, the very fates of the people of this world rest on your shoulders. If this land is ever again to see the light, you must fulfill your sacred duty, and... Josh? You're not asleep, are you? Perhaps it is best if we continue this conversation outside. You know what? This name was actually... accidentally appropriate. To build a path outside of this place, first you must break apart and collect the nearby earth. So, yeah, according to the nameless person who's been talking to me, I'm the only person who can build.
So you're the only Minecraft Steve in this universe.
Yeah. I am the only one who knows how to put things together and make something new from it. Anything.
Okay.
Like, people don't even know how to build houses.
Hmm.
Or weapons. Or tools. Or clothing.
How has society not crumbled yet?
I don't know! Anyways, not necessary to do, but I like doing this. One thing you can take with you is the tree stump. I wish I could take this with me because this is actually important for later, but I'll come back to it. Because I can go back to this. Ah, crap, my stick is acting up again. Notice I'm walking forwards into the wall. Yeah, look at that. I'm not holding the stick right now. It's just really acting up. Every time I slightly tap the stick to go forwards and let go, it just acts like I'm constantly pressing forwards. Oh, and before anybody asks, this game does have fall damage, so be careful. I swear, if my stick screws me over and does that to me right now. Oh, sweet, I can take the stairs. I like the stairs. These stairs are actually very helpful, actually. You'd be surprised at how many recipes take stairs later on in this chapter. So having stairs pre-made is useful. I can't take the door. Well done, Josh. You have found your way back to the outside world. When your eyes adjust to the brightness, you will see the world of Alefgard before you. Light was lost to this land long ago, and now darkness reigns eternal. The people who inhabit the somber realm once had the power to create, until it was wrenched from them. Without it, their culture crumbled into dust. Josh, my child, you have been entrusted with a momentous mission. Only by the power you hold, the power to create, can this world be rebuilt and the people of Alefgard rise once more. I beg your pardon? What do you mean you don't get it? Forgive me, my child. After having only just awoken from so long a slumber, this must all come as quite a shock. Let us adopt a more simple approach. Use the power of creation that dwells within you, and rebuild this world however you see fit. No doubt you will fulfill your duty in the course of doing so. So too you will come to learn of the tragedy that befell this world and the role you are to play in its salvation. I am Rubus, the spirit of the land. Go forth, my child, and know that I do watch over you always. Oh, and Josh, there is one last thing that you must know. You are not a hero. If nothing else, remember this. That's right, beginning of the game clearly tells you you are not to act like a hero. You're not a hero. The land you see before you was once known as Cantlin. Long ago, a bustling city thrived here, ringed all around with stout fortifications. But all was destroyed in the relentless attacks by the monsters. Scarcely a trace remains of its former greatness. Josh, my child, you must use the power within you to rebuild the city of Cantlin to its former glory. This will be the first step on your journey to make Alefgard arise once more. To this end, I bestow unto you a gift. I got a stick. A big stick. Take this banner.
That's about accurate. You're a character who speaks softly and carries a big stick.
Actually, I don't think I talk at all. Take this banner of hope in hand and seek the source of light that you see before you, because most of the people who interact with you, they're like, I get this feeling that you want to say this.
Yeah, so he clearly speaks very, very softly.
Even as the darkness closed in around them, the men and women of Cantillon flew this flag to the bitter end. Plant the banner in this land once more, that its bountiful light might serve as a symbol of Cantillon's restoration. Now go. Make haste for the Pillar of Light. Josh obtains a Banner of Hope. Ta-da! So the one thing I can do right now, collect a whole bunch of these healing items, and apples! Or plumberries, I mean, sorry. And guess what our basic enemy in this area is? It's Slims! And I actually need to fight these guys. Or some stuff. I know the slime stuff is important for some of the building materials I need. So having that in advance is actually helpful. Before anybody asks, this is not a blind playthrough. I have played this game to completion. I have even completed its extra missions after the fact. I've gone back and redone these areas. The game is a chapter-based system. You will... So each chapter has about 4 to 5 areas that you visit. First you start in a basic area and you have to plant the flag to get people to start arriving. And you have to do missions for them to slowly build the village up until it can thrive on its own without your intervention. And then you move on to the next area. But in the process of transferring from area to area, you lose all of the recipes that you learned in the area that you were currently at. That being said, you can actually revisit the older chapters, but you start over from the beginning. You still do not have any of the recipes you learned over again. One of the achievements, or the in-game achievements, is to complete each chapter under a certain amount of time. That is not what we're going to be doing right now, because it's been a while since I played, so I forget what the direction of the game is required. But we are going to do things in a way that helps us, I guess. One of which is to clear all this debris from this area. Because we want a nice flat foundation to build our houses and stuff on. And while technically this has walls, it's not exactly built the way I want them. I like a nice, clean village. I don't have this garbage in the way. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to break all of it because I need a different tool to break rock. Or, let me rephrase. I need a stronger tool than what I am currently wielding to break rock.
Okay.
Stick ain't gonna break rock. Makes sense, right?
Yep.
Nothing lasts forever. Weapons and armor can only take you so much punishment before they break. Make sure to build some spares in case of emergency. That's also why I brought the log with me, but as you can see, there is a crafting bench right here in town. Make another cypress stick. And the great thing about this village is it comes with a whole bunch of sticks. I can make some cypress sticks as I go. Yeah, not only am I the only person who knows how to build stuff, I'm the only person who can break stuff.
Sounds like you're the only person who can do anything in this place.
Pretty much. Want to know what the villagers do?
Sit around and look pretty?
I mean, they do help, but mostly they give me ideas for new recipes.
Okay. So that's at least something.
Yeah. Like, basically speaking, they like speak their mind, they're like, oh, if only we had something that does this and this. And then my character's like, aha! And yeah, and then like I go about collecting the ingredients I need to make it. I'm gonna punch the dirt. Ah! It's really ineffective. Oh, and if you press the plus button, you'll get an overhead shot of where you currently are in the world. It's actually helpful sometimes. Do Cypress Stick. I'm gonna make another one just in case. Oh wait, no, Oaken Club. Oh, I should have made an Oaken Club. I'm a fool. Sorta. I'll hit all this stuff with a stick anyways, because, well, let's just say a melee weapon is not what you want to be breaking blocks. It's actually really ineffective. There's another tool we get later on that is actually way more effective at breaking blocks. This actually takes... Just like Minecraft, if you use a tool improperly, it uses up the durability faster than if you used it for the correct reasons. One thing I absolutely love about this game is the music's fantastic. And as far as I know, the music sounds like it's not new or anything. Like, I think, like, what they had planned was to, like, introduce Dragon Quest, the original game, to a new, fan base. So, the only thing they really changed was how Dragon Quest played, not what Dragon Quest is. So they kept a whole bunch of, like, the same music, from what I understand?
Alright.
Don't quote me on that. I don't actually know. I'm just guessing from what it seems like this game is supposed to be tailored for.
Sure.
But yeah, trust me when I say this, it might seem like I'm doing a hell of a lot of nothing right now, but one way or another, I'm actually going to have to get around to doing this anyways, so it's better I do it now than later when I have buildings in my way, as it'll take way longer.
Okay.
And, even though the banner has not been placed, I am perfectly safe in this area.
Okay.
In fact, night won't actually... It won't turn to night until I place the banner. So, that is actually one thing that it shares with Minecraft. A little bit differently than Minecraft, though. There will always be monsters roaming around the areas.
Yeah.
No, doesn't matter day or night. There is a very specific monster that appears at night, though. And it is a ghost-type enemy, and they specifically spawn next to you and chase you down, and they can teleport. They can go wherever they want to, including into town if you're still awake at night. So the game intends for you to go to bed when it becomes nighttime, not to screw around out there. You can, but you're gonna have a bad time.
There's a risk.
Yeah.
If you're feeling bold, then by all means. But
Yeah. Ah, jeez. Tablet, why? Yeah. Come on, charging cord. Come on, charging cord. Come on. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Man, so many interruptions today. Sheesh. I'm popular when I'm sick. If only that could affect my Twitch channel.
Yeah. If only we were popular like every other time, too.
I know, right?
You know when you're...
So, I mean, on the plus side, I'm feeling a lot better than I was on last weekend.
That's good. glad to hear that you're feeling better.
Oh yeah. Like literally the day I got my my antibiotics, I felt so much better. The swelling went down like almost immediately. Like it got so bad that I couldn't even swallow foods. Like the advice that the doctor gave me to drink liquids wasn't so much a drink liquids because you were sick. It's a more drink liquids because you can't swallow anything else right now. Like it was literally like trying to pull a marble through a straw. That's how swollen my the thing that happened was I got a viral infection and my lymph nodes like got really swollen, and those are all around your neck. When they get really swollen, it like closes your throat and airways. It's dangerous. Almost done. Almost done. Trust me, it picks up quite a bit after this. This is like one of those, hey, tutorial! I'll tell you what though, the first chapter is like kind of the most boring. The second and third, like the future chapters, way better. Especially when you get the, wait, I don't get to carry over my recipes? How the hell will I make any discernible progress then? And then the game goes, oh, that's because we're going to be introducing something completely different to you. Oh, okay. Just a little bit more, and we're almost done. Can't do anything about that rock, like I said, just because nothing strong enough. I will literally just ding off the side of it. It's you have no idea how happy it makes me feel to have my voice back though. And not to be coughing 24/7. I still do, but not nearly as badly or as long. You having fun with Splatoon?
Yeah.
Did you try the new Grizzco stage yet?
No, I haven't had a chance to. Grizzco's actually closed right now.
Oh.
But I've been trying out the new weapons, and some of the ink brush I really like, and the nozzle nose I really like. The other two are, well, I like using them, but just I've been getting really bad luck with my team and the enemy teams.
One of those. So, something I haven't mentioned until now, which I'm going to bring up now because, you know, this is a best place as any. The game doesn't really mention this to you. I mean, it does, but in, like, tutorialized fashion that you can just, like, skip over without noticing. If you hit the ZL button, you'll target one square above you. If you hold in ZR, you'll target the square below you. That's actually really helpful because that applies to attacking, breaking, or building. In fact, I'm going to be using it as an example right now. So if I look down, I can do this. if I hold the button, it'll automatically build whenever there's an empty space in front of him at that level. And unlike Minecraft, grass will not randomly grow on dirt if it's connected to another patch of grass. There's actually items in this game used specifically for growing grass back on dirt patches. That's not really going to be important in our town, though, because we want everything to be pretty fortified.
Okay, I'm actually really liking this Octobrush. I can actually fight things on ledges now.
Nice.
Oops, sword.
Yeah. As you can tell, I'm not being asked to do this right now, but it's already, like, doing little shing, like that little shiny thing when I'm building this. It's because my next mission is going to be to build a room.
Okay.
I think... Can I make torches? I don't remember. Hold on. I need to drop this here. Actually, no. I'm going to drop this outside because I'm going to be making a room with the building with the this in it later, anyways. Yeah, I can make torches. That's right. I need slimes to make torches.
Yeah.
Alright. If I place one torch right in here, it becomes a room. Can I make beds now? No. Okay. All right. So I'll put the banner up now because I'm done. There's nothing else left. Oh wait, no. I should read the sign. Duh. There's a message written on the signpost. The monsters always attack from this direction. We must build a wall here to defend the city. It looks like the message was written a long, long time ago. Somebody must have lived here once. So, one thing that I cannot stress enough in this game, when you're building your village, do not build to the outer limits of your village's light. You'll see what I mean when I plant the banner.
Okay.
Oops. Not enough space. Oh. Oh, right. I need to have the banner equipped. Boom. So this little area, as you can see, is now highlighted. It's much brighter in this area. It's treated like the home village of Cantlin. Anybody who needs refuge, they'll come here because the light is warm and inviting. That's the way they explain it when they come here.
Okay.
As you can see, there is a limit to where the light hits. That limit should be your build limit, but it should also be 1 square inside that.
Okay.
There is both an storyline reason for that and a chapter boss reason for that. Just trust me on this. If you want to build walls for your city, and I greatly suggest you do, build it within 1 block or even 2 blocks of that light limit. People near and far will be attracted by the banners beckoning light. Look, my child, there's one already. Planting your flag. When you plant your banner of hope, the area around it will become your base. The more your base develops, the more the meter in the top left corner of the stream will fill up. Basically speaking, the meter is your guide to how much you have built in your town. As you can see, I only have a room and a torch, so my base level is pretty small. But it goes so far as to even count the amount of blocks you put into it, I believe. Never mind. I believe it's relegated only to the types of rooms that you put in, if I remember correctly, and what items you use in those rooms. So, like, if you were to make the room out of, say, cobblestone instead of dirt, it would cost more.
What's this funny flag doing here? There's something special about this place. It's so bright and inviting. My name's Pippa. What's yours?
Residents' requests. If a resident of your town has an exclamation mark over their head, it means they have something to ask you. Talk to them and see what they want.
What's that? You're the one who planted that flag here. Who are you? Where did you come from? You don't remember? The goddess told you to come here. So you've got amnesia and you're hearing voices? That's not suspicious in the slightest. Oh, but this place is just so lovely. Can I live here?
Josh, my child, even with the power that dwells within you, you cannot rebuild Cantland alone. Your first step in rebuilding this city must be to house those who join you in living here. Little remains of this dilapidated house save the door, repaired by filling the holes in the walls with earth. You mean the thing that I already did? You can place blocks above you by holding L and below you by holding R. I thought that was L and R. Hold down X and you will place one block on top of another. Hold it down while moving to place as many blocks in succession. Take this knowledge with take this knowledge and these blocks of earth and make this ruined house livable once more. Obtain 5 blocks of earth on top of my several hundred.
Wow, that's incredible. The walls were all full of holes, but now they're as good as new. Huh? You fixed it? With dirt? I thought you were just a weird boy with voices in his head. But you completely fixed that broken down old house. You must have some kind of special power.
No, it's called fixing things.
And who's to
Here,
say?
take these.
And who's to say I still don't have voices in my head? Eh?
I found them on my way here. You can have them for fixing the house for me.
You got white petals.
Hey, you're the main character in an RPG. Here, let me give you stuff for free.
I mean, you did build her a house.
You must have some kind of special power to be able to fix up that old house like that. How did you do it?
Magic.
What? You've got the power to build new things? What does build mean?
No, seriously! No, seriously!
I love this game already.
I see what I mean? I love this game. It's like, how do you not know this?
Again, I have to ask, how has society not crumbled yet?
Josh, my child, do you remember what I told you? Long ago, the people of this land lost the power of creation. It is your duty to help them regain this power.
Anyway, I really appreciate you fixing the house like this, but it's not much use without some kind of light inside.
Oh, you mean that torch I already put inside?
But I can't see any torches lying around here.
Beside your banner of hope, you will find a mason's workstation. I moved it already. It's showing me where it should be.
Well, okay.
You can use it to build a torch. You mean the stuff I've already built? Take these materials, use them construction torch, and reveal to this girl the fruits of your labors. You mean the thing I already did? Josh obtains the splat of blue goo. Josh obtains a broken branch.
Hey, where'd you find that torch? You didn't find it, you built it? Ah, so that's what building means. You picked up stuff from around here and somehow changed it into a torch, right?
Yes. Yes.
I think I understand. Sort of. Hey, do you think you might be able to build anything with this? If you need any more, I'll see if I can find some.
You got broken branch. Thank you for the stick.
I just realized something. You never told me your name. Josh? What kind of name is that? It doesn't even sound like you have any special power at all.
That's why it's so brilliant.
I know, right?
it's so brilliant because it's such an ordinary name, nobody would suspect me.
But you can't judge somebody by their name, right? Anyway, Josh, you've still got those torches you made, right? We should put one in the house.
I already did that.
We cannot judge anyone by their names. Except people called Aiden. They're usually up to something.
A room is complete if it has 2 walls high, a door, a source of light to stave off the darkness when the sun has set. Press X to place your creations wherever you wish. Go, my child, and place the torch inside the house. You mean like what I did already?
Brilliant! Now that it's all lit up, the room's perfect. You're amazing, Josh. You really do have special powers. It's hard to believe that someone who looks so dopey could be so talented. But you can't judge someone by their appearance, right? Anyways, thanks.
You know our character's black, right?
Anyways, thanks, Josh. Now we have somewhere to live.
Seed of Life. Seeds of Life are pretty important. Seeds of Life actually increase your overall health. You start at the base minimum, and you grow it by eating a Seed of Life. What makes a room a room? For a room to be recognized, it must have walls of at least 2 blocks high, a door, and a light source. If it doesn't have that, there's no room at all. Yep, that's right. The game does not consider a room if it does not have at least those qualifications.
Alright.
Hey, Josh. Thanks to you, we have such a lovely room. But don't you think it would be so much better if we built something to sleep on at night? I know. Maybe you can build something.
Gosh, my child, you must gather materials that you might fashion some bedding. Should you place a bed in a room, you can sleep on it at any time, night or day, to restore your health.
It would be great if you could make 2 things to sleep on. If we had 2 beds, we could sleep next to each other.
This time, Josh, I shall leave it to you to gather the materials you need to build a straw mattress. The straw mattress young Pippa requests. A straw mattress can be constructed from grassy leaves. To build one, you must first... Josh, are you alright? Eureka! Josh works out how to make straw mattresses. I'm just, like, clearing this grass. This is not how you get this. This is how you get it. And get me some sticks, too, while I'm at it. And before anybody asks why I'm not swinging at the trees, that's what happens. Okie dokie. Let's build a bed. Straw mattress. I want to make 2 because only one person can occupy a mattress at the same time, and everybody goes to bed when it's nighttime. If I don't have one specifically built for myself, the NPCs will steal it on me. No, I am not kidding.
I guess if you don't claim it, it's technically theirs.
Yep. And the only way to claim it is to build a specific room with your name on it, and they won't even bother trying to get into the bed because it's your room. Josh builds his first basic bedroom. Straw mattress, light source. Once you build something that follows a diagram, it saves it onto your recipes. This is what I mean by recipes aren't saved between chapters. This will be lost when you go to the different areas.
Okay.
You yourself as a player, remember how these are built. That's the important part of this game. If you have the ingredients and you remember how to build it, you can still build it.
Okay.
Just don't have the recipe for it.
So you have. So it's like a case of you have to keep track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, you built us something to sleep on. Thank you, Josh.
Whether it is night or day, you can sleep on any bed that is within a room to recover your health. As the sun sets, the darkness will close in around you and more powerful monsters emerge in force. When night falls, you would do well to return to your base, rest your head upon a pillow, and sleep until morning. Josh, my child, you discovered the means to build a straw mattress all by yourself. In addition to the power you create that I bestowed onto you, it seems that you also bear the special skill to discern what can be made from the materials you find. This is a wondrous power you have. It shall no doubt prove invaluable to you in your quest to rebuild this city.
Josh! Hello, Josh! Was the goddess speaking to you? You were staring off into space with your mouth open again. You've got to pay more attention to what's going on around you, Josh. If you keep spacing out like that, you'll never get anything done.
Josh begins to feel time passing by. This is where the game actually keeps track of days now.
Okay.
It will go nighttime, daytime now.
Okay.
Once the game actually says it feels time is passing, now there's a day-night cycle.
All right.
Time flies. Whether you're collecting materials or building rooms, time is always on the move. Eventually, night will fall and another day will dawn. You can check at what time it is on the clock in the top right corner of the screen.
Josh, can I ask you something? With all this wandering around and collecting stuff, aren't you getting a bit hungry? Huh? No! It's not just me. That's not my tummy rumbling. You must be hearing things again. But anyway, look! There are a lot of plumberry trees around here. Plumberries are kind of small and they don't really fill you up, but they're really sweet and juicy. Can you go and get some plumberries for me, Josh? Please? We'll need at least 5 for a decent meal.
Plumberry is a small pink fruit that never falls far from the tree. Perhaps you should take a look and see if there are any nearby.
Wow, you found so many plumberries. And I have them?
Yep.
Hooray! Thanks, Josh. Oh, to tell you the truth, I'm actually really, really hungry. Here, these are for you. It's your share. I mean, you must be starving too, right? They're really tasty. You should try them.
Josh's tummy starts to rumble. I want to point that out as important to note. Only until she mentioned it, my character was hungry. That is actually a plot point. The hunger meter. As time passes, you'll become hungrier and hungrier. You can see how full you are by checking the hunger meter in the top left-hand corner of the screen, and fill yourself up again by eating food. I just to clarify when I say that that's a plot point. Basically, if she didn't mention about hunger at all to me, my character would never feel hungry. There's a reason for that.
You know, Josh, I've been thinking. You run around smashing up all the trees and grass and stuff, and use the materials you find to build new things, right?
Can't smash trees, Becky.
It'd be pretty useful to have somewhere to store all that stuff, don't you think? After all, you're gonna have to collect a lot of different materials pretty soon. Why? Well, it's a secret, Teehee. But you should still make something to put all your stuff in.
Charger, why aren't you charging? That's not a good sign. There we go. Your friend is wise indeed. Having a place to store and manage your resources you gather would serve you well. And you conceive of an item that would serve such a role. Eureka! Josh works out how to make a chest. Chest. Josh makes a chest.
That's incredible! Wow, you made a chest! Now we can put all the stuff you've collected in there. And go and collect even more stuff. You know, Josh, there's something I've always wondered. What exactly has happened to this world?
Oh, and if anybody's wondering why I'm using, like, an English accent, that's actually really common in the Dragon Quest world, apparently. They always use, like, Cockney British accents and stuff like that when the game is actually voice acted. Or, for some reason, they lean heavily on the fact that this is a Old English style game, and everybody speaks in that accent, or variants of it.
They say that the light was stolen from us by a really bad man. Ever since, it's been all anyone could do just to survive. Nobody cares about anyone but themselves, and they never help anyone else. Anyway, I think it's super boring to live like that. Don't you think it'd be fun if we could rebuild this city and everyone could live together? I feel if you're around, anything can happen. We should do everything we can to make...
I pressed the button by accident.
But we need loads and loads of materials to do that. That's why I asked you to make a chest. Alright, so it's agreed. We're going to build the biggest, bestest city in the whole wide world. I'll have to think about what we need to build, and you'll build it. You are going to help me, aren't you, Josh? Aren't you?
Like I have a choice.
Pretty much. I'm gonna go place that chest now. Actually, no, wait. If I make a room... Oh, this is going to bother me so greatly. Oh, whatever. Let's just progress.
It's going to be a lot of work to turn this place into a huge city, isn't it? Is there anything I can do to help? Like maybe I could build something. That would be pretty helpful, wouldn't it? But if I'm going to build things, I'm going to need a room to work in. Just like the one in the picture. Gosh, can you build me a room like the one I've drawn, please? Pretty please?
Yeah, they don't know how to build, but they can give me blueprints on how to build a specific room.
Okay.
Hello? Building a blueprint is still building!
It would seem that your example has awoken within young Pippa the will to build. Blueprints such as the one she has gifted onto you may be laid on the ground by pressing X. X. Press minus to view the plan in more detail. To complete a blueprint, ensure that you place all the necessary items exactly as shown. Be sure to build rooms within the bounds of your base, lest the inhabitants of your town fail to recognize them. For the workbench, you could use that mason's workstation with a flag. You'll probably have to bash it about a bit before you can move it. Oh, in the room you will need a door to get in and out, and a torch or something to light it up. But you can make things like that from raw materials, right?
Don't know how to make a door. Pippa's picture. How to make a straw door. That's it? Okay. Oh, I can't pick it up because I'm full on items. Oh no. How about I use this? How about... There we go. Now I build a room. The one thing I absolutely really hate about this, the starting zone, is they have the walls set up in such a way that it's like... it seems like there's one set of wall and then another set of walls, and it just cheeses me off internally. It's like my OCD is like, why? Why only build, like, why didn't you just build one wall?
I don't know.
It really bothers me. How do I pick this up again? I forget. Oh. Ooh. I want to place it specifically one square away from the edges. Like this. Yes, like this. Awesome. The quickest way to know whether you're on the border or not is the music actually changes once you're out of the village. So the moment you step into a block that's not inside the village, it pretty much notifies you by changing the music. So, if you press minus, you can actually take a look at what the building is supposed to look like when it's complete. And everything must be identical to the building. I cannot stress how many times I have made this mistake. If you do not build the blueprints exactly to the specified details given in the image, it will not okay you to move on. So, like, let's say you build the wall out of anything else but dirt in this diagram. It will not. Actually, no. Okay, so if the walls are made out of dirt... Oh, okay, wait, no, I need to specify. Initially, the recipe must be exactly the same. But the important parts, once you're, like, so it has to fit the blueprint exactly, but once you've fulfilled that role and the game's like, okay, you know how to build this room, you can actually modify it, you can change the shape of the room, but the contents must remain the same. So, like, the wall material can be something different, except for those very specific buildings that require specific block types for walls and ornaments. But like doors and walls for like general rooms like this, the building materials aren't specifically important. The only thing that's important is the fact that it has a light source, a door, a building bench, and a chest wherever in the room. It doesn't have to be beside it, doesn't matter. I believe it requires the campfire, but I think a torch works too to make it a building room. Depending on the quality of items, it actually increases the quality level of the room. But like I said before, you have to match the room first before you can modify the room.
Wow.
It's a little specific, mind you, yes, but it's for you to get used to building. You'll know you're building it right when the game is basically flashing the blocks every time you place them. If it doesn't, that means you're not placing something correctly.
Okay.
Bonfire, because that was actually in our recipes from the get-go. And I already have a chest that I never placed yet. I might as well make some more healing creams, because that's all you can make with the petals.
Okay.
Actually, there should be a way to make more... Oh, make as many as possible. X. There you go. Oh, and obviously I need this workbench, so I'm gonna have to take this. Oh, I don't have space for the healing items. I'm gonna place the chest first. That might be a good idea, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put all this dirt away. This. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep the sticks. I'm gonna need that. This, and yeah, I'll put that away for now. Healing items and thing, whatever it's called. Bonfire. Workbench, and last but not least, door. And when it's correct, it'll do that. And you'll get the blueprint back, and it will save and give you a score to your building level. And usually when you succeed something mission-wise, the corresponding NPC will run directly to what you built, or you directly, and give you basically a round of applause so that you can talk to them after you've completed it.
Oh, so
Hooray!
so it's like Animal Crossing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hooray! You built the workroom I asked for. Thanks, Josh. It's just like the one in my picture.
Oft will the inhabitants of your town seek to assist your efforts by presenting you with blueprints. Should you lack sufficient resources to complete a blueprint or other construction, search for them in the nearby wilderness. Some materials can only be obtained by defeating the monsters that maraud the wilds, thus freeing them from their grasp.
I'm going to use my new workroom to build all sorts of stuff. I'll put it all in the chest at the end of the day, so you can take a look at the amazing things I made.
And she isn't just saying that, she will actually build things for you and put it in the chest for you later. I forget what she builds. I think it might be healing items. Same goes for places like a kitchen. They'll build food for you. They'll actually generate food out of, like, no materials
Okay.
as time progresses.
Thanks again for the workroom, Josh. Now we can make everything we need to rebuild the city. But it's not going to be much of a city with just the two of us living here. The truth is, when I was on my way here, I saw a suspicious-looking man looking around nearby. He looked a bit of a weirdo, so I waited until he went away and ran straight here. But maybe if we asked him to come live with us, he might lend a hand in rebuilding the city. He was on the other side of the mountains the last time I saw him. Go and find him, Josh, and get him to join us.
Make good use of your compass, my child. It will be of great use to you in finding that which you seek. Press plus to take stock of your surroundings and search for the fellow whom young Pippa spoke. I won't need it for this one. I know exactly where I need to go. The compass in the top right-hand corner of the screen shows which way you're going and which way you need to go. Quest destinations are marked with a capital Q. Needless to say, when night falls, after the sun goes down, you won't be able to see as far, and all sorts of ghosts and ghoulies will head out on the prowl. Find a room with a bed and sleep until morning. Yeah, as you can see, it's starting to get darker. When it gets absolutely night, it's like...
Pitch black.
Yeah, when I say pitch black, I mean, like, the light around your character is, like, almost the only thing you see. Right now, it's dusk. You can still see around the place. It's not that bad, but when it gets full-blown night, it is dark.
Okay.
Considering this is the first area, they don't really throw you any nasty surprises, so I'm going to risk it, because I know there's actually a rest spot halfway towards the NPC I need to go see. Ah, jeez. One of these guys.
Okay, that's
In
Stingray.
fact, I want to fight this guy right now, because this is important.
That Stingray
This guy-
player was being a real jerk.
This guy is Chimera. He drops Chimera feathers. Chimera Wing! A fastly tied fan of fluttering feathers. Instantly transports you to your base. This is very helpful. It is basically a warp feather. It'll warp you back to base wherever you are in the world. Important note is if there is anybody following you, they will be taken with you. You don't need to walk people back all the way. You have a Chimera Wing. You can use the Chimera Wing on both you and your companion that are following you. Do not have to walk the whole way. So now it's nighttime. Some enemies will actually sleep at night, like these slimes. Not all of them will, though. But yeah, the reason why I'm running back is because I forgot to take something with me. I might not need it, but it's good to have it instead of leaving it behind. And that is the stump. As it is a building table that I can take with me. You know what? I think they're actually holding off on sending those ghosts after me yet. Because normally there'd be one on my butt already. That, or they're just holding back on me, like, for now. Anyways, as I was saying before, I do want to fight some chimeras because they have stuff on them. Once I get enough feathers, once I find that dude, we can just warp back without having to walk the whole way. And chimeras generally only spawn in the mountains, so you want to generally grind for them here. Here's one. Yeah, you gotta be careful with chimeras because they are the first enemies you come across in the first area that can cast magic on you. These guys cast fire, and it hurts. Especially when you don't have armor, which is what you start with. Nothing. You start wearing rags. Literally. Salmon. The bonfire is burning brightly. Looks like it's been freshly stoked. Somebody must be nearby. The quest marker has appeared on the compass. I'm taking this fire with me. Uh-oh. Hyperstick, no! I'm gonna put my upgraded weapon. Well, it might not seem important. Crates will be slightly important for some building materials. Or some building recipes is what I mean. Plus, I can't build crates right now, so if I can get some crates, that would help. That's what I meant by fireball. Get out of here, vile speck. Also, I gotta watch myself, man. I'm almost dead. So yeah, apparently they didn't toss the really annoying ghosts at me first night. They'll probably do that afterwards.
Yeah. Since it's like technically the beginning of the game, I think there'll be a little.
Just a little lenient, yeah. But they do not speak lightly when they say don't be out at night. You straight up don't want to be. My lungs are acting up again. It's one thing to have strep throat, it's another thing to have strep throat and asthma.
I am.
Alright, that's another thing I want to state for the record, folks. Because people have lost the ability to build, they've also lost the ability to read it and write because they cannot build books. What?
No, it's nothing.
Okay, you're not getting mad at what I said?
No. I'm not getting mad at you.
I thought you were face-palming at what I just explained.
No. Ah, damn it, Kirishima!
They have literally lost the ability to read and write in this series.
Oh. Dang it, Kirishima! Oh, I can't stay mad at you. You're my favorite My Hero character.
Yeah. These Enichunt books are so difficult to read.
Period.
Deciphering the Cantlin Chronicle might take much longer than I originally thought. The handwriting is so bad that Josh cannot summon up the...
Yes!
The handwriting is so bad that Josh cannot summon up the will to read anymore.
I'm sorry about that. I just got a double kill with a suction bomb.
Nice.
I mean, granted, one of those kills was from a spawn kill, but I don't care.
Yeah. Important to note, when you sleep in a bed, you sleep till morning. Doesn't matter what time of day you sleep in it, even during the day, you will wake at morning. Remember correctly, every chapter has a day limit as to what's the word I'm looking for? It has a achievement for getting a specific multiplayer item by completing under a certain amount of days. Don't really want to go to bed when it's daytime because you're gonna skip ahead a day.
Oh, hey, Drakies.
Yep, Drakies. I can't pick this up. I want to pick this up. I'll just put this down. I don't need this. No, wait. Heck damn it. Dang my hubris. Blocks of dirt are definitely not something I need at this moment. Hello, anybody there? Phew, free at last. I cannot thank you enough, young man. But tell me, who exactly are you? I'm sure I would remember such a funny-looking face.
That's racist!
What? You say you're building a town near here? By my bushy beard, that is wonderful news. Let me help. Let me join your city and help to rebuild it. What are you pulling that face for? You look like you just swallowed an insect. Well, you may make whatever strange face you like. I'll find my way to your town whether you like it or not. I am Rollo, the proud owner of that most venerable of books, the Cantlin Chronicle. I assure you that it and I will prove invaluable to this new city of yours. Now lead the way. Rollo joins the party. I totally forgot to build the teleporter item. Now I need to walk all the way back to my tree stump that I have in my hand. I'm an idiot. And another tree stump right beside here, so double idiot! Yay! Chimera wings. And I'm gonna use it. Use Chimera wing and fly back to the base? Yes. As you can see, Rollo joins me on that teleport. So I do not need to walk all the way back, thank freaking goodness. In fact, if you walk back halfway through the walk, Rollo will actually mention, you know, you can build warp feathers, right?
Couldn't have mentioned that a little earlier? Just saying.
I know, right? Yeah. He mentions it right when you pass the chimeras themselves. Yay, you found somebody to join our town! What's that? You think he seems a bit shady? You might be right there. That's why I avoided him in the first place. When I first saw him, he was giggling to himself and stroking his enormous book. What? He's got a beard. He must be pretty dependable, right? And he must be really clever, too. I mean, he's got such a big, bushy beard, after all.
A great big bushy beard.
But anyways, now that we found a new friend, we can all work together to make this best city in the whole of Alefgard. Seed of life.
Seed of life, seed of life, seed of life, seed of life!
That I cannot pick up. I'm gonna put this away. Is there a button to put? Oh wait, tidy up. Yeah, it's like a button that I can just. Really? Alright, fine, whatever. This.
Oh, Kirishima's having a rough day.
That's him. Oh, okay, so it's important to note, I think if I remember correctly, don't quote me on this, if you go into a stonemason's workshop, if there is a chest placed in the same room as the building, the crafting bench, it will include all of the items in the chest while calculating what you can and cannot build. And it'll actually build stuff from the items in the chest.
Okay.
Not just your pocket. So hold on, I'll confirm this by putting all my healing items in here. Because I forget. It might be the chest or something specific that we haven't come across yet. Yeah, see? Healing cream. It says, wait, what? Oh. Yes. It says I don't have, I have healing cream, but I don't have any in the chest. But it's still allowing me to make some, which I shouldn't be able to because I don't have any in my hand. But they're all in the chest. It does actually say right there, we have 21 and they're all in the chest.
Okay.
So I do not need to carry everything as long as it's in the chest nearby. It'll just let me build whatever's in there.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to use the white petals, folks. At least for the first chapter, I believe white petals are strictly used for healing items. So don't worry about it. Oh, I need a new straw mattress for Rollo. He'll steal my bed if I don't make it for him. I forgot the camera gets long and short. Like that. Yeah, Seeds of Life are also very helpful too. Like, generally you'll want to save them for, like, combat because they count as a healing item too. Not only do they raise your max health, they also fully recover your health too.
Ah.
By my bristly brows, this town is positively brimming with life. Why, I do believe that the Cantlin Chronicle describes this very place. It's the perfect location to bring the legendary city of Cantlin back to life. Oh, my mention of the legendary tome piques your interest, does it? The Cantlin Chronicle is an invaluable volume of ancient knowledge, passed down in my family over countless generations. It is many hundreds of years old, and its pages tell of mankind's hapless history and the lost art of creation and construction. Can I just mention for the fact that this game loves its alliteration? Next time I start going into building stuff, take a look at the descriptions of each and every item. It has alliteration for all of them. Deciphering this ancient text could reveal secrets vital to the restoration of this once great city. Our meeting is no mere coincidence, Josh. I assure you, we are destined to rebuild this magnificent town together. Josh, my friend, I do not mean to cast doubt on your claims, but was it truly you who constructed these buildings? If that were true, it would mean that you have the power to build new things, a gift that mankind lost so long ago. Could it be that you are the builder of whom the Cantlin Chronicle speaks? The legendary figure blessed with the power of construction? Bah, of course not. If the builder had a face like that, I'd eat my own beard.
Oh, really? Freaking McDormand.
What?
Oh, like I'm literally avoiding everything, like all the enemies flying by, and I think I'm safe. Roller.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah, so the game is literally insulting our face again. Ah, yes, Josh, I nearly forgot. The path across the mountain between this town and the place where you and I first met was
That's
dreadfully
not cool.
It was dreadfully treacherous, wasn't it? Well, the Cantlin Chronicle describes a special tool that can be crafted from the feathers of the chimeras that dwell in those mountains. That's right, he tells you when we get back, not halfway back.
Okay. Then that's a little bit. That's better. That's better.
No, it's not! He waits till we get back before he tells you, oh yeah, by the way, we could have gone back the short way.
You need to do it the long way before you can do it the quick way, so I'm not. That doesn't bother me too much.
A most convenient contrivance that lets you travel at blinding speed and be back to your base in the blink of an eye. Of course, if you truly were the builder of legend, I'm sure you will have no trouble creating this item and showing it to me. Oh, you mean this? Gosh, my child, you need only lay your hands upon a new material to discern what items can be built from it. I heard you know how to build these. The chimeras you seek dwell at the foot of the mountains fast by this place. Use your compass to find them, that you might not lose your way. I already found them! Question mark. Goddess above, this chimera wing! It's just as the Cantlin Chronicle describes! And there is no doubt about it. Within you dwells the long-lost power of construction. You really are the builder. Ever since the light was lost to us and the realm plunged into darkness, the people of Alefgard have waited for this day to come. Day that benevolent Rubus would send the builder to save us. Gosh, my child, you needed only to touch a chimera's feather to know what you could build from it. Seek out more materials and speak to those around you, and your knowledge is sure to expand even further. Keep a keen eye on your surroundings, my child. If you should see anything that you've never seen before, be sure to collect it. Josh, my friend, you and I have two vital tasks ahead of us. Firstly, we must complete the glorious restoration of the once great city of Cantlin. And secondly, we must unravel the mystery of what terrible tragedy brought the town to ruin. This place was once girdled all about by fearsome fortifications, tall turrets, and towers to keep the monsters at bay. It is even said that a great golem once watched over the city, keeping all inside safe from harm. But Those citadels and strongholds were completely obliterated, and nothing remains of Kentlin but ruins. How could such a wretched fate have come to pass? As a proud son of Kentlin, I plan to uncover the mystery of what befell my ill-starred ancestors. No doubt that with your powers and my book, it is only a matter of time before the truth becomes clear. We're all counting on you, Josh. Parker Branch. Stick. I gotta eat. Eat food. Yeah, food. Don't know why I put the food away.
Motherfucker.
Rage of the Aiden variety.
Yeah.
You know, Josh, I've been starving lately. I could eat my own head. All of this building and inventing is hungry work. So I've been thinking, if we had something to cook with, we could make all sorts of delicious, nutritious meals. What do you say? Can you think of something you could build to cook things on? If you do think of anything, put it in a room with a chest so that we can store the delicious dishes we make. So yeah, make us a room to cook in. Make me a kitchen. Works how to make a cook fire. Building a room from the ground up. The room must have 2-block high wall all around, a door, and a light source. Gather all the ingredients you need and try building one. So the great thing about a kitchen is that the fire you use, the cooking fire itself, can be used as a light source. You do not need to make light sources for a kitchen.
Okay.
And as you can see, the moment I broke the wall in the building room, it stopped being a room.
Okay.
The only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm adjusting the shape of this room. I do not like it when they're stupid lopsided like this. I'm gonna build a room right beside it. Now, if anybody questions on why I choose to build so small, yeah, they tend to kind of bury you with requests after a while. So it's better to build small than to build large. At least at first, until you have all the blueprints down, and then you can just build whatever. Plus, these rooms don't need to be that freakishly big. It's when you start building like a restaurant that you need to think about the space you're using. Oh, also NPCs will wander wherever they want to. Sometimes they'll wander straight in the way of your building. They're not the smartest.
No.
Oh, also they generally kind of do this, where they'll jump on a table and then start walking around on the walls.
Okay.
No explanation, they just do because it's 1 block high stuff.
Okay.
I'm not questioning it.
And I need a door. And I think I need a chest as well. Josh builds his first crude kitchen.
Blimey, you did it! You made me a place to cook. Now I'll be able to make all sorts of scrummy food. Thank you, Josh. And that chest is perfect. If I make it anything really, really tasty, I'll put it in there just so you can try a bit too.
Crude kitchen. I'll have you know, madam, that this is the most sophisticated kitchen I have ever made.
She doesn't label it crude kitchen, you do.
I know. Oh, we're gonna go like that now.
Well, 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 my bulbous belly, it seems we have a kitchen now. This creative power of yours is a wondrous thing. I wonder if your culinary skills are equally exemplary. What say you test out and make me something to eat? What? Make it yourself? You'll build a whole kitchen for Pippa, but you won't even make me a single measly meal? Josh, you wound me. I thought we were friends. By the way, I should mention that I saw some delicious-looking orange mushrooms growing down by the water's edge. I'm sure you can make a terrific meal out of fine ingredient like that. 3 servings should do the trick. We have an agreement, friend. I mean, I don't exactly have a choice. Unfortunately, I only collected like 1 or 2 mushrooms, so I do have to go out and get these. I'm actually surprised I've been keeping myself from having to collect too much. Yeah, by the way, if anybody's wondering why I'm not building out towards, like, say, areas over here, it's because the game physically stops you from doing so.
Okay.
Like, you know what, I'm gonna show because I have enough blocks to pull it off right now. If I were to say build out here to try and go over there, it would start telling me this. Joshua is repelled by a strange force. Reason being is there are teleporters to the different areas. You'll eventually get to them when your character is ready to.
Okay.
But not before. It doesn't want you sequence breaking the game too hard. I don't know if there is even any way to do it glitchy-wise, because I never really looked at like a speed run of this game. Though I would actually love to take a look at one of those eventually, to see if there's anything that I could apply to the stream. And it's almost like I could smell what you're cooking. A couple of other things that I should try and collect if I can. There are areas you can visit that you don't actually need, like, express reminders to go to.
Okay.
Because they are optional. Some of them are like caves, like this one. I like to have the camera as close as possible for these. You're not always going to be beset by monsters when you come across chests like this. This is just the introduction to, hey look, it's a chest.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't break this chest to take with me, but if you have a weapon powerful enough, it'll actually allow you to.
Okay.
Makes it super easy to get turned around, but it's a good thing I know the layout of this area. I know exactly where I am. Oh. There is another life seed up here. Oh, jeez. Luckily, these monsters are really stupid and they don't generally follow you up the places like this. Everything okay there?
Yeah, everything's all good.
Okay, because things got loud all of a sudden.
Oh, that's probably just me typing.
Oh, Edward sucks. Welcome. I wonder what Edward means.
Maybe Edward from Twilight, or wait.
I don't know.
It is Edward, right? The vampire?
I think so? I don't actually know.
Yeah. I was always on Team Jacob anyways.
I don't watch it at all, honestly.
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna head out for the night.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you on Saturday, okay?
Later, man.
Talk to you later.
Awesome. Let's go. Hopefully Edward sucks still here. That is not what I wanted. Open. Yeah. I'll keep these for healing items. You know what? Actually, that's probably a decent idea to teleport back. As it's actually a pain in the butt to get back from here. Totally a waste of a feather, but eh. It's about to turn nighttime anyway. Yes, yes. Josh, my friend, do I detect the succulent scent of freshly roasted mushrooms? That fragrance alone is a mellow melody of mouth-watering flavors. By my growling gizzard, take thee, and these shall make a magnificent meal. Come now, hand them over, quick, quick, quick. I'm not sure where that. Marvelous work, Josh. We shall have to rename you the Cooker. The Cantland Chronicle covers a wide range of topics. The chapters concerning the preparation of the hearty, healthy meals are of particular... Pardon? Want to see it? Self? The Cantland Chronicle? With your own two eyes? I'm sorry, Josh, but that book is a priceless family heirloom. I can't just go parading it around in front of anyone that asks. And besides, the tome is written in an ancient and cryptic script. There's no way that you or anyone else would be able to read it. What little knowledge I myself have gleaned from it has taken years of painstaking study. However, I have not a single doubt that this book holds the key to restoring the city to its former greatness. I shall not rest until I have deciphered each and every one of its secrets. But fear not, my friend, I will not keep these secrets to myself. As soon as I make a breakthrough in my studies, you will be the first to know. And as for these mushrooms, it is only fair that you should taste the fruits of your labors, too. Take this as a token of our everlasting friendship. Have one of your food back. Yay! I'm not hungry tonight. Anything in here? Dang it! Dang it! You have another mission for me. Yeah, we've got time. What? Have I finished reading that book yet? Have some patience, young man. I made it quite clear that you would be first to know of any secrets I uncover. Deciphering the Kentland Chronicle will take some time, Josh, and our work on restoring the city has only just begun. I suggest that while I continue my studies, you labor to rebuild the city to its former greatness and prove yourself the builder you claim to be. By completing rooms and placing within them the level of the items you create, you can increase the level of your base. But be wary that if you do not place your decorations more than 2 blocks above the floor, for such items will not count towards your points total. Basically, anything at the level of the top of your walls won't count towards the inside of your room. Now go, my child, fill the town with buildings, and those buildings with furnishings, and see your new home flourish. Josh, pay attention! Now, can you think of anything we could use to decorate all these new rooms we're about to build?
Ta-da!
I figured out how to make a pot. Room for improvement. Decorate the rooms in your base with furniture and other items to add points to your base meter. Fill your rooms with decorative items and take your base to a whole new level. Yep, this is where the game starts going. Yeah, we need you to build a lot more stuff. You know what? I plan on doing that. Obviously, I can't break the rock yet, but in the meantime, I can... do things. And take all of this. Put this away for now because I'm not going to need it. This away. This. Probably going to need the torches. I don't have any other type of light source here. Oh my gosh. Rollo, get out of here. I'm trying to build. Oh my gosh, don't. Come on. No, don't do this to me. I don't want to text over again. That's mean. There we go. I need to build a couple pots. Cool. I'm gonna build like 3. Oh, I don't have enough for a chest. Maybe I should go get some more. I need that. Yeah, as you can see, my current objective is to raise the level of the base, which basically means I have to make 1 or 2 more rooms to raise the rank from level 1 to level 2. Dagnabbit, I need that. Actually, I really should put all the food items in the kitchen. And know before you guys ask if you do ask. No, potions don't count as food items. They are just potions. Even though you consume them. That should theoretically be enough for what I'm doing. As honestly speaking, I think we only need like one more room to make it level 2. I'm going to make one chest at least. I'll make 2. Yep, I think I have everything I need. So, there is one recipe I do know that I can make right now, and that requires basically as many carrying items as possible. Oh, I can't knock this door down yet, that's right. So I'll just put this here for now, until I can scrap that door and put it over here myself. These walls, like, literally have no damage value at all. So if a monster were to come over here that does destroy blocks, if they hit dirt, they'll just break it immediately. It's upsetting. I don't want too big of a room, because this is not going to have anything important placed in it. Oh, okay, no, actually, that's a lie. It's gonna have something placed in it eventually that is supremely important to how the builder works in general. So. Level 2! And a jar here. Now if I can find one more crate, which, oh geez, there was one back there behind the mountain and I forgot to go pick it up. I'll go do that after I sleep. I don't exactly want to get ganked. And I'm not ready to talk to Rollo just yet. If I can get the materials that I'm looking for, instead of this just being an empty room, it'll be actually like, it'll be considered by the game to be a storage room, which requires, I believe, at least 2 of each storage container. So, I don't think jars hold anything. I think maybe the crates do, but yeah. I think you need at least 2 crates, 2 jars, and 2 chests. I might be wrong, and it might need to be 3 of each, or 3 of some of the specific ones. Regardless, I need at least 1 more crate. me to be certain that I need it. And as you can see, I'm taking my time because there is fall damage in this game, I've just never shown it. I believe the fall damage starts at about 5 to 6 blocks. I'm pretty sure there's no crates over there. Forgot to bring my wings, so I'm gonna have to walk. Is there a crate in here that I didn't notice? Tanya's crate. Those barriers are flimsy. They wouldn't be able to protect anything. I think their durability is just as good as dirt. Oh, that's a cracked one. I don't think that counts. Let's double check. Dilapidated. I don't think a dilapidated crate counts. Dang it. Don't think I have a choice right now. I think I'm kind of stuck with that for now. Until I can go to another area, because there are areas with better stuff in here. I'll just place this on top of something. Okay. Yeah, that works. Wonderful work, Josh. I'm impressed. Not only are you the legendary builder, but it seems your powers are becoming even greater. Josh, my child, no matter how many monsters you defeat, you will grow no stronger. Only by the weapons you wield and armor you wear will your might as a warrior increase. You are the builder, my child, and it is by building that this base that your true strength will be revealed. I'm sorry to say, though, that I've made scant progress in deciphering the Cantillon Chronicle. I dare say it will be some time before... By my sensitive ears, did you hear that? Yes, it's one of those times. Whenever an enemy has a locked swords icon above their head, that means the town is about to be attacked by a raiding army, effectively. And that is your time to start building up your defenses as much as possible. Usually the mission beforehand wants you to do that very thing. Josh, I have the most terrible tidings. I know not what has driven them to it, but the monsters plan to attack our great city in force. We must protect Cantillon at all costs. Josh, you must prepare our defenses against the coming assault. But fear not, I shall be by your side, my friend. I shall do my duty by protecting dear Pippa and our beloved home from harm. Rollo speaks the truth, my child. The vicious beasts that dwell hereabouts are heading here in droves. This town is the seed of all of Alefgard's restoration. It must not be allowed to fall at the hands of monsters. With an oaken club in hand, though, and enough healing cream to tide you through the onslaught, you must drive back the Dragon Lord's foul followers. My child, are you ready to face this fight? Yeah. It's the first fight of the game. It's not going to be that hard. This is your first true battle, Josh, but fear not, for I know you will prevail. And after this fight, that will be it, because we're out of time. I'm hearing the noises for an enemy, but I don't see... Oh, they're over here. I'm really not worried, honestly. These guys are scrubs. Ta-da! Monsters are defeated! Well done, my child. You have saved Cantlin from the monster's audacious advances. As hope wells within the townspeople's hearts, so too will your banner of hope grow, blanketing the land with ever more warm and tender light. This can be misinterpreted to mean the more monsters you defeat, the larger radius you have for your town. That is incorrect. It just means that people will be more drawn to the city as time goes by and you progress the city's level and defeat enemies. Will not have a bigger... I mean, you could build more of the city. You cannot build out further than what the original border has. That will not change. But now it seems that the location of your base is known to the Dragon Lord's vile vassals. The monsters fear that, should the people of Alefgard band together, they will lose their dominion over these lands. No doubt these beasts will launch yet more offensives ere long in an attempt to crush this beacon of hope. You must protect this place, my child, whatever it takes, no matter what manner of brutish behemoth assails it. You do not know if you are equal to the task. In fact, you do not really understand what this task I have given you is all about. You just want to build things, not fight the monsters. At this very moment, that may well be so. But as you come to know more of the townspeople here, you will realize that with great power comes great responsibility. Uncle Ben! I have done all I can for this benighted land. The rest is up to you, my child. Work together with new friends and restore the city of Cantlin to its former greatness. I must leave you now, but I know that we shall meet again when your work here is done. Until then, know that I do watch over you always. Josh obtains a pair of blue tablet fragments. Alright, folks. As you can see, we have a new villager. But that is where we're going to call it for tonight. That was the first 2 hours of Dragon Quest Builders. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and you look forward to watching some more of it. We actually had some news recently that they are currently working on a Dragon Quest Builders 2, because this game is slightly old. For all intents and purposes, we actually don't know if it's going to be released in English yet or not. Right now, it's only slated for Japanese release. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that it'll eventually make its way over here, because this game franchise is really good. Anyways, that's us for tonight. We'll see you guys again on Saturday for our Multi-Mayhem streams, on Sunday for our regular streams, and again next week for our Everything Else Thursday streams. We'll see you guys then.